Final day of coverage here. Weekend. Underway period number 1, 12:16 left here. No score between St. Cloud and Grand Rapids. Okay, so we're back here at the IRA Civic Center. We've had some technical difficulties. We apologize for those of the wanted to watch our live stream here today, but we are working to get that resolved here. Picking it up here, St. Cloud is up 1-0 as they got the first goal at 6:04 in the first period. Ben Petrowski got the first assist from Lucas O'Donnell. Second assist going to Ben Einig. That made it 1-0, and that's where we stand with 2:35 left here in period number 1. Grand Rapids moving it behind the net is Miller, and St. Cloud will dump it out, trying to dump it out here, and dumped in, but it is whistled down on a high stick. Line in net picked up by Cumming, fires it out to the point and through the stick, and it's a foot race for it. As behind the net, Cumming comes away with it, gets it out to center ice. Grand Rapids will turn it back in.
We're having issues with it. So.
Dumped in by Murphy into the corner. And St. Cloud will come out to it at center ice. Dump it ahead. Fleeg driving in here, shot right on. Saved by Miskovich. Back over on the other side is O'Hara. O'Hara gets it out to center. O'Hara now sends it over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell sending it out, and the puck is up and out of play. So 1 minute and 12 seconds left here in period number 1. We've had some issues with our tripod this morning, and we apologize for that. We're trying to get that in position for the rest of this game. Try to work on that when we've got a period break here coming up in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Grand Rapids sends it back the other way. A shot right on. And a save by Glaceman. The shot coming from Davis back on that point. Davis will keep it in for Grand Rapids, sticks it into the corner, picked up by Bischoff. Davis sends it behind, and Mortensen with a shot right on. Nice chance for Mortensen there to tie this game up at 1 apiece. This is Bischoff controlling it. Bischoff trying to work it towards the front of the net. Shot goes right on from Kellerman. Another shot. Mortensen shot on goal. Another save by Glaceman. And now turned around as Bischoff with shot goes just over the top of the net. As turned back in as Grand Rapids puts on some pressure here. Kellerman in the corner behind the net gets taken down. Wheels out front as penalties coming up against St. Cloud. Grand Rapids is going to have an opportunity on the power play. With 4 seconds left here in period number 1, St. Cloud leading 1-0. So it's going to be a tripping minor for 2 minutes. And Grand Rapids is going to have a chance possibly win this draw and get a shot to go in quick. But the Face-off is going to come outside the zone. So that will negate that chance. Roloff is going to take the draw against Cumming. Bischoff plays it through center ice, and that'll be the end of the first period of play here, with St. Cloud leading 1-0.
And we're going to step away again. We got to get this tripod figured out. Hopefully it's better for the second period. There's no resurface, so we're going to have a minimum amount of time once again, about 1 minute or so we'll try our best.
Well, we got it in a little bit of better condition, a little better spot, so hopefully that'll work out for this period. Again, we apologize for our technical difficulties this morning, but try to bring you the next 2 periods here.
Well, it was tough. I mean, I had no time to get ready, so 5 minutes at the most was all the time I was allowed to get ready, so, it was tough to get this set up in time for the game.
And this is sent in by Bischoff. Turn back the other way as Einek comes through center ice and dumps it in. Behind the net, played by Cumming. In there to help out for Grand Rapids. Davis. And there's a shot back to Einek and sends it into the corner. Cumming over as Grand Rapids will fight for that loose puck with Stauffer in there and also Mortensen. Puck comes free. Mortensen will play it. Gets it ahead to Miller and dumped back in by St. Cloud. Grand Rapids brings it through as Miller brings it, tries to bring it in, dumped in now by Davis into the St. Cloud end. St. Cloud will fire it out. Here's a chance for a breaking Fleeg. Fleeg skates in! Big save by goaltender Ryder Miskovich.
So recapping our scoring from the first period, St. Cloud took a 1-0 lead at the 6:04 mark. Scoring the goal was number 7, Ben Petrowski. Assist to number 22, Lucas O'Donnell. And number 5, Ben Einek. Once again, that was at 6:04 of that first period of play.
Dump back into St. Cloud as Grand Rapids will bring it out. Played around by Salisbury. Salisbury intercepted by O'Hara. O'Hara now dumps it back in. O'Hara hangs, keeps it in. It's now brought out to center and dumped in. Back to get it on his own end of the ice now is O'Hara. Kellerman trying to play it here. Over on the other side is Murphy. Murphy moves along the boards. He gets taken down on the play. Shot, goal! David Kellerman has tied the game here at 1 apiece.
What a shot there by David Kellerman. Got it right by the goaltender for St. Cloud there. But, good job by Grand Rapids. They come back and tie it up here. 14:43 remaining here in the second period. And Kellerman ties it up for the Thunderhawks.
The 2:17 mark. Kellerman tying the game here at 1 apiece. So St. Cloud will bring it back the other way as Staudinger brings it into the Grand Rapids zone. Played out as Bischoff. Butterfield on an assist. I don't know about the second assist. I didn't get that. Here's a chance out front with Neuerberg. Behind the net, now bringing it through center. Picked up by Butterfield. Shot on by Bischoff. And in offside.
Reminder, Up North Hockey is sponsored by Minnesota Twist Drill in Chisholm, the Rank Sports Grill in Eveleth, and Iron Rage Apparel located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia.
Lawrenson wins that draw and St. Cloud controls. Dump back in by O'Donnell. Doesn't get all the way in. Rapids will turn it back the other way as Miller comes through center. Miller's shot goes wide of the mark. Miller playing it behind the net. Mortensen there to help out. Along the boards, Mortensen plays it. And brought out to center. As Salisbury sends it back in to the neutral zone area. St. Cloud turning it back the other way. Played by Miller into the corner. Picked up over on their side is Garski trying to hold it in here. Murphy plays it. It's picked up now by Miller. He'll wheel it back in for Grand Rapids. Sent back in by Salisbury. Out as played around by Davis back into the St. Cloud end. Butterfield behind the net. Back to the point to Davis. Davis sends it in the corner to Butterfield. Verbeek in there to play it. Wheeling around is Stauffer. Back to the point. Shot on. And a chance for Kellerman again. He's got the first goal for Grand Rapids here today. Kellerman in the corner. And now behind the net is going to be picked up by O'Donnell. He'll try to get it out here as Grand Rapids putting some pressure on here. And St. Cloud comes out with it as Fleeg sends it back into the Grand Rapids end. 11:40 left here, period number 2. We are tied up at 1 apiece in our final day of the Star of the North Bantam AA tournament. As Davis tried to play it at center and sent back in by St. Cloud. Played over in that corner. St. Cloud sends it in, a shot by Goldman. And turned aside on the icing.
Coming up at 2 here from the IRA Civic Center and the Star of the North Bantam AA tournament, it's Rochester and Grand Forks playing in the championship. 2 teams in the same pool. You know, it's kind of interesting. Rochester barely got into that semifinal round. And now they're playing in the championship. They were one of the wild card teams for the semifinal round. So, you know, that could very well be an interesting one at 2 o'clock for the championship.
Yeah, it could be a good game. Certainly the 2 teams played yesterday evening. We saw those 2 teams play. And we'll see them again for the championship here. Back behind the net is Garski. Sends it ahead. It's dumped out by Miller. Racing in there was Bischoff and played by goaltender Gleisman. Bischoff now with a shot right on. Drive towards the net. Loose puck in front as Miller fights for it. And we get a whistle, stoppage of play here, as a penalty will be coming up.
So a penalty coming up here on St. Cloud, it looks like. And the Thunderhawks look to take their first lead of the game, heading to the box for the St. Cloud Huskies. Is number 5, Ben Einig. And here's a chance for Grand Rapids. Try to set something up and score one here.
Yeah, great opportunity for Grand Rapids to take the lead for the first time in this game. Here's Mortensen, he wins that draw. And Mortensen works it back to the point to Davis. Davis with a shot through traffic, it's blocked down. Back the other way as Miller holds it in. Miller gets it back to Davis from Stauffer. Back to Davis now. Davis trying to work it in. Wheeling around behind the net. Grand Rapids trying to set this power play up. Over on the other side, shot right on from Stauffer. It's deflected into the corner. Mortensen picks it up. Mortensen sends it over to Bischoff. He puts a blast over the top of the net. Great chance for Grand Rapids there. Bischoff out front. Try to wrap it around here maybe. Looking back, he's going to go back to the point. Stauffer sends it into Mortensen. Mortensen back to Bischoff. Bischoff sends it back to the point to Stauffer. Back to Mortensen. Mortensen walks in. Loose puck in front. And St. Cloud gets it out. It disrupts it a little bit, but the Grand Rapids comes back here with another chance and drive on net. Mortensen just can't get a chance there. Sends it to Bischoff in the back of the net. Bischoff centering out front for Stauffer. He put wide of the net. Another chance for Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids putting an amazing pressure. Shot right on. And that came from Garski. Oh, what a series of chances for Grand Rapids there, and Glaceman getting peppered, Blake.
Yeah, storming of shots, a storming of chances there for Grand Rapids on the power play. You know, they got some good shots off, and they also, whiffed on a couple of them, and a couple of them were knocked away. So, either way, they had multiple chances there to try and take their first lead of the game.
So just 10 seconds left on that penalty for St. Cloud. As Grand Rapids will hold it in. Shot goes wide of the mark. And it comes out to center ice. And that's going to be an icing. Ahead of Salisbury's stick there. So 8:29 left here, period number 2. Tie score between Grand Rapids and St. Cloud at 1 apiece. Verbeek wins that draw, gets it back to Garski, sends it back in, and Stodiger will get it out. Stodiger again, over to Goldman. Goldman wheels it around in his own end of the ice here. Yeah, it's good. Grand Rapids working hard in there as Murphy doing a good job to defend on the shot coming out. Murphy the other way, sends it over on the other side to Verbeek. Verbeek working it in. Sent back shot by Stauffer. Over on the other side and out. Murphy plays it. Coming out to center, St. Cloud. We'll move it back into their own end of the ice. Back here to defend. And here's a chance, 2-on-1 for St. Cloud. As Cumming was breaking towards the net. Kept in by St. Cloud O'Hara. There's ahead to Xander Butterfield. Butterfield skates it in. Butterfield skating towards the net, loses an edge in front. Chance out front for Roloff. He just couldn't capitalize on that opportunity. Sent back in. It's Roloff again. Behind the net and held in as Bischoff will get it over to Davis. Davis plays it. Back to Davis. Sent in. Here's Bischoff in behind the net. Bischoff will work it back. Head roll off out front. And held in by Salisbury. Some chance in there. Garski plays it in the corner as O'Hara dumps it. And there's a shot right on. Gets blocked down by the goaltender. Glaceman got that one. Goaltender or the defenseman got that one. I'm not sure exactly what happened with the puck. This is played at center. No, back into St. Cloud end is Goldman. And there's a chance for Mortensen out front. Gets his own rebound. Tries to tuck that one in. And Glaceman with the save.
Unfortunately, in this game, we have no shots on goal. But, through almost 2 periods, in that first period, I thought maybe St. Cloud dominated play a little more. I mean, not by a lot, but right now this period's been all Grand Rapids. I feel like it feels like it's been in the St. Cloud zone all period here.
Yeah, Grand Rapids has had a lot of chances, certainly in this second period of play as Mortensen wins that draw. Back in, Mortensen has it turned. Davis turns it around. Sorry, that was Miller was moving it in. Mortensen at center ice. Plays it back, sent in by Stauffer. Goldman behind the net. Has played out front. Chance for Thunderhawks. Bischoff skates out and takes a shot. This goes wide of the mark. It's blocked down by the defender. Miller skates into the corner as Davis will hold it in. Verbeek sends it towards. Stauffer sent that back in. St. Cloud back the other way, and a shot by Fleeg. And an opportunity for St. Cloud there.
So remember to join us at 2 o'clock for the championship game. And then after the game, watch our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages for the Iron Range Apparel Player of the Game, as the Player of the Game for the championship game will be receiving a hat courtesy of Iron Range Apparel.
Yeah, so that'll be exciting. Looking forward to that as Davis sends it out through center, and that'll be icing. 4:24 left here, period number 2. All tied up at 1 apiece between Grand Rapids and St. Cloud. And working in, shot right on from Kelming. Called his name a few times in this tournament. Been a workhorse for St. Cloud as well. Coming, trying to get that loose puck and got out. Verbeek plays it back into the St. Cloud end. O'Donnell not out. Tipped in front, nice chance. Stauffer sent one in from the point, deflected in front, and Glaceman's got that one.
Both goaltenders for both teams playing very well. That's number 29, Ben Glaceman. He's playing very well. He's made some very nice saves. And then Ryder Miskovich is holding up for Grand Rapids as well.
And brought out by St. Cloud and dumped in by Einik. Einik behind the net. He puts a hit on, and there's going to be a penalty against St. Cloud. So Grand Rapids heading back to the power play again here.
Looking to create as many chances as they did on the first power play that they had here in the second period. They had so many chances. I'm surprised they didn't score there, but here's another chance for them, and they're looking to create more chances, more opportunities, and this time looking to bury.
Mortensen take the draw against Fitch. As Grand Rapids will try to set this up, Mortensen works it through center ice. Plays it over to Stauffer, skates in, backhander, just goes over the top of the net. Held in by Davis, sends it wide into the goal from Hayden Davis. And Grand Rapids capitalizes on the power play here.
Well, imagine that. He just throws a puck at the net from the point, and it goes in after all those chances out front on the last power play. They had so many, golden opportunities, and now Davis just sends one from the point. It might have been tipped, possibly. I'm not sure, but either way, the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks take their first lead of the game, 2-1 in favor of the Thunderhawks, and 3:13 remaining here in period number 2.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they get another assist or if it was just directly shot into the net unassisted. So great goal for Grand Rapids. Coming back the other way is Cumming. Drives in, loose puck in front is. Goaltender got out of position there, making that a first save. I think there was one other assist in there. Bischoff was one of the assists as well. As O'Donnell works it back into the Grand Rapids zone. Fired in, coming and fired in over Enik with a chance on goal. Miskovich making a couple big saves here in this period. Worked out Miller, gets it to Bischoff. Bischoff skating in all alone. Bischoff tries to pull it the other side. Trying to get it over to Miller and just couldn't make the pass play. And we get a stoppage of play here.
So that goal was scored by Hayden Davis. Assist to number 24, Kyler Miller, and number 7, Lucky Bischoff there.
Yeah, thank you for picking that up. I could not hear that. I got Bischoff in there, but I missed the second assist there, the first assist. We got a stoppage of play here. I think we may have a penalty coming up here, Grand Rapids. Too many players on the ice, possibly. So 1:58 left here, period number 2. Grand Rapids 2, St. Cloud 1. Petrosky will take the draw for St. Cloud. He wins that draw. Gets it back to Stodiger. Stodiger on the point. And work the other way is Goldman. Goldman leaves it at center. Played by Petrosky. Petrosky skating it in. Back is Stauffer. Plays it. Petrosky wheeling around on this power play. Gets it over to Goldman. Goldman sends through traffic. It's blocked down initially. Played by Miskovich. Mrs. Goldman will keep it in for St. Cloud. Petrosky wheeling around. Back to Goldman. Goldman to Petrosky. Petrosky shoots through traffic. It does not get through, but loose puck in front. Tip in by St. Cloud out front. Got behind the D and the forward, put it home.
That's a big goal there for St. Cloud. They take advantage of the bench minor penalty on Grand Rapids. 1:01 remaining here in the second period, and they tie it right back up. So unless someone can score here in the last minute of the second period, we're going to be in for a good final period of play here from the IRA Civic Center.
Tying it up at 15:59 on that power play. And behind the net, played. Locke on the goal, Petrosky on the assist. Salisbury will play it behind the net, trying to get it out here for Grand Rapids as St. Cloud holds it in. The shot on the other side. Turn back the other way comes Grand Rapids. Gorski moves it out, leaves it to Bischoff. Over to Verbeek. Put it wide of the mark. And brought out by St. Cloud as the time's wearing down here. Fitch driving in, shoots, he scores! Jack Fitch puts St. Cloud up 3-2.
Well, St. Cloud's buzzing right now. They get 2 goals here in the last minute of the second period. And this one to take a 3-2 lead at the 16:58 mark of the second period. 2 seconds remaining here. They take a lead going into their third period.
Yeah. O'Donnell on the assist on that goal for St. Cloud.
All right, so here's your second period scoring summary. We had 4 goals in that period. Grand Rapids tied it up at 1 apiece at the 2:17 mark of that second period. Scoring the goal was number 18, David Kellerman, and the assist went to number 22, Xander Butterfield. And then Grand Rapids took a 1-goal lead, their first lead of the game on the power play. Scoring the goal was number 26, Hayden Davis. Assist went to number 24, Kyler Miller, and number 7, Lucky Bischoff. Time of that goal was 3:19 on the power play for the Thunderhawks. Then St. Cloud, at the end of the second period, they scored 2 goals. The first one was scored by number 8, Andrew Locke, and the assist went to number 7, Ben Petrosky. Time of that goal is 15:59. Then they scored 1 more to take a 3-2 lead. 2 seconds remaining at 16:58 of the second period. Scoring that goal was number 14, Jack Fitch, and the assist went to number 22, Lucas O'Donnell. And that's where we stand after 2 periods of play. St. Cloud 3 and Grand Rapids 2. We'll be back for the third period of play coming up here from Grand Rapids.
Welcome back to the IRA Civic Center. After 2 periods of play, it is St. Cloud 3, Grand Rapids 2. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Iron Range Apparel, the Rink Sports Grill, and Minnesota Twist Drill for their proud sponsorship of the 2019-2020 high school hockey and helping us cover these Bantam tournament games as well here this weekend. The Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or favorites from their full menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs, 2 10-foot projection screens so you never miss a minute of the game. The Rink Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth. Check them out today. Also, Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey, and they wish best of luck to all the players on the season ahead and to have fun. And we'll have a shout out from Iron Range Apparel as well as we're underway in period number 3. There are at least 17 minutes left here to play in this game. Dumped back in by Goldman. Goldman will play it and return it back into the Grand Rapids zone. Picked up by Stauffer. Stauffer behind the net, works it out to center. And dumped back in by Miller. Miller plays it in the corner. Miller now with it. Plays it back out to Stauffer at the point, holds it in. Hits off Bischoff's equipment. And picked up now by Goldman. Goldman will try to bring it out as Mortensen turns it back the other way. This Fitch brings it back in. Fitch gets it over. Fitch working it towards the front of the net. And turns back the other way comes Grand Rapids. Bischoff working it back in. Played by Murphy in there to defend for St. Cloud. And Locke has it. Locke gets it over on the other side. Over to O'Donnell. And they bring it out to center ice as O'Donnell tips it back into the Grand Rapids zone. Davis back there to get it behind his own net here. And turns. Grand Rapids will get it out to center. Skating in was Verbeck for Grand Rapids. Butterfield tries to play as Verbeck puts a nice hit on there. The other side is Davis defends. His defense on lock. Davis fires around the boards. Coming through center ice and skating is Verbeck. Verbeck trying to drive towards the front of the net there. Verbeck leaves it behind the net. Plays on the other side is Kellerman in there to get it. Kellerman behind the net. Kellerman moves it out. Back out to Roloff. Stauffer will hold it in for Grand Rapids. Played behind the net is Butterfield. Butterfield now again with it. Over to Roloff. Roloff wheels it around. Gets it back to Stauffer with a drive right on. Gets deflected down in front. There's a shot placed in. And in the corner behind the net. Now picked up by O'Donnell. O'Donnell held in by Stauffer. Puts a shot, goes wide of the mark. There's a chance off the back wall was Miller. Miller wheels it back to the point. Gets blocked down from Garski on the shot in. And we get a delayed offside, but Grand Rapids gets back. St. Cloud brings it out as O'Donnell dumps it back into the Grand Rapids zone here. 13:32 left, period 3. And 3-2 our score between St. Cloud, Grand Rapids. St. Cloud on top. Back is a shot placed in there by Stodinger and turned away.
All right, I'm back here. I just barely got up here as I was getting some food in between periods. Got up here just about when the puck dropped. Luckily, I got it here in time to run the camera. 13-16 remain here in period number 3. So far, no scoring in this period. Still 3-2 in favor of the St. Cloud Huskies.
Yeah, Blake, you've had a busy morning here today.
Yeah, I was reffing 2 games. The semifinal game between Chaska Chanhassen and Grand Forks. I did another another game there, Minot and Woodbury. So that was a lot of fun, and I've been very busy this weekend here at the Star of the North Bantam AA tournament in Grand Rapids.
Multi-purpose individual Blake is doing play-by-play, reffing, and doing color commentary and camera work as well. And our number 1 technical wizard of our team for sure, as I have not very much skill as far as the technical aspect of the whole thing goes. But penalty on St. Cloud, so Grand Rapids is going to have a chance on the power play here, Blake.
Yeah, they're kind of, the momentum's kind of on St. Cloud's side after that second period. They scored those 2 goals in the final minutes, but they're only down by 1. 3-2, St. Cloud leads. Grand Rapids looking to tie it up.
Stoffer in the corner. Stoffer will play back to Mortensen. Sent over on the other side. Davis playing it. Davis shoots in there to Mortensen. Passed it over to Mortensen. Mortensen back over to Stoffer. Back to Mortensen. Centering out front, and St. Cloud takes it away. Works it back in as Fitch. Fitch driving it back in. Fitch behind the net. Turn around by Stoffer. Bringing it back the other way. Grand Rapids will try to get something going on this power play. Dumped in the corner, and to get his Miller along with Bischoff. Bischoff works for that loose puck. Mortensen comes away with it. Mortensen to Bischoff. To Mortensen. Back over to Stoffer. To Mortensen. Stoffer now on the point. Working it in. Mortensen. Back to Stoffer. Stoffer shoots through traffic. Loose puck in front. But goaltender Kellerman Glaceman has got that.
Yeah, nice shot there by Will Stoffer from the point. Nice low shot. But, you got to credit Ben Glassman, the goaltender for St. Cloud as well. Didn't let up a rebound. Grand Rapids was ready for that rebound, but he didn't let it up, and he makes the save.
Mortensen wins that draw to Bischoff. Back to Stoffer. Stoffer to Mortensen. Back to Bischoff. To Mortensen. Back to Stoffer. Over to Mortensen. Mortensen with a shot right on. Blocked down by Stoffer. Is going to get a chance at it. Shot on. Glaceman. Save. Grand Rapids again getting opportunities on this power play. And Garski will turn it back the other way as Bischoff brings it in. Bischoff leaves it for Stoffer with a drive on. And a save by Glaceman. Well, Grand Rapids getting the opportunities here on this power play, but just can't get it past the goaltender.
Yeah, they had a couple there. Not as many as on that first power play there in the second period. But, they've been adding a lot of pressure here again in this period, and they look to tie it up at 3.
Yeah, certainly at that second period power play was lots of shots put on the Glaceman there. Sent around, sent out by St. Cloud as they're going to wave this off. As Salisbury works it ahead. Out to center, brought in by Roloff. Roloff trying to get it over out front to Murphy. Sends it back in for Grand Rapids. St. Cloud will now work it out and back into the Thunder Rock zone. O'Donnell plays it, dumps it back in. As that penalty is over for St. Cloud. Played out by Murphy. And now St. Cloud will pick it up as O'Hara. O'Hara sends it into Nuremberg. Nuremberg behind the net. Butterfield in there to help out, along with Salisbury. There's a penalty coming up against Grand Rapids. To be off on the roughing minor.
Well, Grand Rapids can come through on the power play there. Now St. Cloud has a power play. They have their chance now to add to their 3-2 lead. 9:46 remaining in the third period.
That was dumped out by Grand Rapids. And Einik plays it. Skating around by net is O'Donnell. Einik over on the other side will try to get it out as Mortensen tries to keep it in shorthanded. It's a shot placed on by Miller. Great chance shorthanded for Grand Rapids here. Cumming skates it in. Keeps it around the blue line. Miller tries to intercept. St. Cloud moving around to his old Cumming. And sent out front back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell into Cumming. Over to the other side to Einik. Einik sends it behind the net and it's Fitch in the corner. Sends it out to Fleeg. He put it wide of the mark there. As we get a whistle and stoppage of play as an offside.
Once again, talking about our high school hockey schedule for this week on Up North Hockey. Tuesday night we'll be at the Miners Memorial Building in Virginia for Cloquet Esco Carleton and Virginia MIB. And then on Thursday we'll be streaming the big rivalry game between Eveleth Gilbert and Virginia MIB once again. And a couple other games we're looking at, Hibbing, Chisholm, and Warroad possibly on Friday. And then possibly Hill Murray and Grand Rapids on Saturday as well, right here at the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, we will have those games for you as well. Warroad will get a chance to see them Friday night. Little preview for our next game, the big matchup between Warroad and Roseau next week. As sent in, back on the point. Wheeling around is Petrowski. Back over to Goldman to Petrowski. Takes a shot right on. Loose puck out front. Cleared by Grand Rapids. Held in by Goldman. Sent in. Stauffer will try to play it out for Grand Rapids here. Going back the other way. It's played by into the corner. Picked up by Petrowski behind the net. Petrowski trying to send it out here as Garski plays a good defense behind the net for Grand Rapids. Thunderhawks are now back at full strength. Working in was Petrowski. Puck comes out to center ice as Bischoff puts a tough play on the as working towards the net was Murphy. Murphy sends it over. On the other side to Verbeek. Verbeek with it. Centering out front for Murphy. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Davis on the other side. Shot right on. Lock through traffic. St. Cloud comes away with it as Locke. Locke at center. Fires it back in. Goaltender Miskovich with the save. And icing is the call.
And of course, talking about Warroad, of course they got their big Hockey Day Minnesota victory over Minneapolis. Of course, yesterday that was held at Parade Stadium in Minneapolis. So, they're going to be pumped after that win. And, it's going to be fun to see them. And then they have another big game coming up, like you mentioned, on Tuesday night, the big Warroad and Roseau Part 2, where the Warriors look to get revenge over the Rams.
Yeah, Roseau getting that 5-4 victory earlier the first meeting, and we'll see what happens. We'll be there live to cover that Part 2 matchup between Roseau and Warroad. And there it is, back on the point to Salisbury. Keeps it in. Miller plays it at center ice. Miller skating it in. Played back down by Goldman. Goldman will get it back in his own end of the ice. Goldman pressured by Kellerman. Out to center and brought in by Neuenberg. Neuenberg sends it behind the net over to Swenson. Neuenberg centers it out front. Kellerman has it, takes it away. And Neuenberg in behind the net. Picked up by Stauffer. Stauffer plays it up to Miller. Miller skates it in. Miller moving in. Stauffer in with them. Shot on. And Laceman with the save. .6:01 left here, third period of play. St. Cloud 3, Grand Rapids 2. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall, Iron Range Apparel offers lake, cabin, and home decor, along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Each item is designed in-house, paying special attention to local history and heritage. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and good luck to all the players. And St. Cloud will send it out to center as O'Hara picks it up and dumps it back in. Held in by Fitch. Shot in by Einig. Wrap around, trying to score. St. Cloud trying to possibly ice this game with a 2-goal lead, but Grand Rapids stays tough. It's good defensive play by Grand Rapids in there as well. Back on the point, shot on by O'Donnell. And a big save by goaltender Miskovich.
Well, time's ticking down here in this final period of play. 5:15 remaining in the third period, and still 3-2. St. Cloud with the lead. We're still looking for our first goal in this period. You know, Grand Rapids looking to tie it up here. St. Cloud looking to add to their lead, maybe make it a 4-2 game.
And dumped behind the net is Verbeek, and shot in the goal! St. Cloud.
And they do, just like I said, they were looking to get that goal. They had an offensive zone face-off there in the Thunderhawks zone. They win it back, and just like that, they make it 4-2 in favor of the St. Cloud Huskies. 5:10 remaining in the final period of play.
Andrew Locke is going to get that goal for St. Cloud to put them up by 2. Locke back the other way as Davis plays it back to the point and sent in by Stoniger. Loose puck in front to St. Cloud wheeling around. Davis will try to get it out here for Grand Rapids. Out to center, and a whistle stoppage of play. And Andrew Cumming is the assist on the Locke goal. Well, chance Lake for Grand Rapids here now. Power play coming up.
Yep, St. Cloud has scored 3 unanswered goals since that minute 01 goal in that second period of play. You know, they have a lot of the momentum right now, but you know, they got to get one here quick on this power play if they want to get back in this one.
All right, behind the net, Grand Rapids will try to set it up here as Miller plays it. Miller trying to get it over to Bischoff. Bischoff gets it back to Davis. Davis sends it back in. Mortensen will pick this up. wheeling around. As Mortensen has it. Plays it to Miller, back to Mortensen. Mortensen plays it behind the net, Mortensen out front. Mortensen will try to make a move here. Sent in by Stauffer, saved by Glaseman. .408 left here, period number 3. St. Cloud 4, Grand Rapids 2. Thank you everybody for joining our broadcast today. Again, we apologize for any technical issues, but got those going. We got some of the game on for you. We appreciate you following along with us all weekend long. And some of you all season long. Turn back in is coming. Races back on the other end. As Mortensen will pick it up and bring it out. Mortensen plays it over to Miller and sent back in by St. Cloud. Davis plays it behind the net. Over to Stauffer. Comes through center. As Miller skating it in. Miller behind the net, centers it out front for Davis. A shot right on, save. Kellerman, or Glaseman on the save. Davis again gets blocked down. And Stauffer will retrieve in his own end of the ice. Sends it to Bischoff. Nice tip in. Mortensen picks it up over to Stauffer. Stauffer wheels it around behind the net. They'll get it back to the point to Davis. Shot gets blocked down. And fired out by St. Cloud as a penalty has been killed off. And a whistle on the icing.
So St. Cloud successfully kills off that penalty, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Still some time left for Grand Rapids to get a goal here. They got to get one quick. To get within one, then they would start looking at maybe trying to tie it up here.
Grand Rapids is going to call a timeout. So with that timeout, we want to thank our sponsors, Iron Range Apparel. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin, and home decor, along with a variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Each item is designed in-house, paying special attention to local history and heritage. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and good luck to all the players. And also Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey. They wish best of luck to all the players on the season ahead. And the Rink Sports Grill in Evelyn offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of our daily specials or your favorites from the full menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs, 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never miss a minute of the game. The Rink Sports Grill offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available, full menu, limited menu, or buffet. They can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn. Check them out today. As returning to play, Grand Rapids will keep it in. Fired around as Miller sends it in the corner. Mortensen sends a shot just wide of the net. Miller now on the other side. Grand Rapids will try to get something going here in the next 2 minutes and 34 seconds left of this game, trailing by 2 goals. St. Cloud trying to freeze that puck against the boards as Stauffer will have it at center. St. Cloud will dump it back in. Picked up by Stauffer, wheels it over to Davis. Sent back in by Fleeg. Keeps it in. Locke has it. And now Grand Rapids will try to get it out here. Flipped out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Bischoff played that one. Mortensen will try to keep it in here for Grand Rapids. Mortensen skating around. Gets over to Miller. Miller with a drive. Just goes wide of the mark. Locked down. Nice defensive play by O'Hara. This is Miller and O'Hara working for that loose puck in the corner. Bischoff in there to help out. And coming out with it is O'Donnell. And now played by in front as Fleeg shoots it into the empty net for St. Cloud. So minute 19 left here, 5-2 St. Cloud over Grand Rapids. Back the other way, skating in is Roloff, he shoots, he scores! Roloff makes this a 2-goal game again.
Well, if St. Cloud didn't get that empty net goal, that would have been a huge goal for Grand Rapids. Still a minute 09 left. You know, there's certainly time, but it's just unfortunate for Grand Rapids that they let up that empty net goal, or else it would be a 1-goal game now.
Grand Rapids again looking to pull their goalie for the extra attacker. Skating back in it to get his Kellerman with the less than a minute left here in regulation play. Kellerman puts a shot on out front as Grand Rapids trying to make a last push here. St. Cloud will freeze it behind their own net here. Trying to freeze it anyway. St. Cloud, Grand Rapids working hard behind the net as Miller. As it's a race behind the net and the whistle stoppage of play.
They just about got one there. It was sitting in the front of the net. They just couldn't poke it in. And there still would have been about 35 seconds remaining in the third period. So, you know, it's going to be too late now, only 9 seconds. But if they got a goal there, I mean, it would have been a close game. Would have been 5-4 with 30 seconds remaining. And then, of course, the empty net goal obviously helped St. Cloud a lot as well.
Right, yeah, you get it within 1 goal. You know, it could have been, would have made the last seconds certainly an interesting part here. So, St. Cloud's going to get the victory here. Go home with a win on their final day of the Star of the North tournament. St. Cloud. Final score 5 for St. Cloud and Grand Rapids 3.
So once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties in the first period. You know, it wasn't really the technical difficulties, it was a little bit, but it was just the lack of time I had to get everything set up here, as I had a 5-minute turnaround between my reffing and between the reffing and this game here. So once again, we apologize for that, and we'll work to make it better here for this next game. We'll have about a 20-minute break in between games, so that's going to be nice for us to make sure everything's good for the championship game coming up between Rochester and Grand Forks.
Yeah, that's our next game. Our championship game coming up here next, so please join us for that as well. Blake, you have our third period scoring summary.
All right, so St. Cloud scored their third unanswered goal to start their third period of play. Scoring the goal was Andrew Locke, number 8, and he got an assist from number 12, Andrew Cumming, and that made it 3-2 in favor of St. Cloud. Or I'm sorry, 4-2. That extended their lead to 4-2. Then St. Cloud got an empty net goal Scoring the goal there was number 15, Trevor Fleege. That made it 5-2, 3-goal lead for St. Cloud. Then at the end there, Grand Rapids tacked on one more to end the game. Scoring the goal is number 5, Eli Roloff, and assist to number 18, David Kellerman. And that's our final score here today from the IRA Civic Center. It's the St. Cloud Huskies 5 and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks 3.
So that will do it for this broadcast. Stay tuned for the championship game coming up here of the 2020 Star of the North Bantam AA Championship Bantam A Tournament. Grand Forks and Rochester coming your way here shortly.